Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. So, I thought I would jump on here real quick, do a little bit of a recorded reading on Justice Alito and Mrs. Alito. Apparently, the justice has commented that he will not recuse himself from the any of the cases that are coming up before the Supreme Court, particularly those dealing with Donald Trump. Well, how did all this start? He flew the American flag upside down, and that was at his home. And when that was reported, he said, oh, it was Mrs. Alito, and that he had no idea it was there. She flew it because she was having a disagreement with one of the neighbors. Okay, you know what? I might buy that. I might. And then another picture surfaced where he was flowing. Yeah, he was flying another flag. And this one again is rather controversial. And that is, let me see, it was the Appeal to Heaven flag. Well, that is a flag that historically dates to the Revolutionary War, and it has become a symbol for Trump supporters. Well, how about this case? What happened here? This is on a different property. This isn't even in your home. This is on your vacation property. So how did that happen? Well, what he said was that my wife is a private citizen and she possesses the same First Amendment rights as every other American. She makes her own decisions, and I have always respected her right to do so. My wife is fond of flying flags, Alita wrote. I am not. Ah. So, when questioned about the Appeal to Heaven flag, he said he was not familiar with the flag's meaning and said that his wife, Martha Ann Alito, also hoisted that one. Really? Really? So I thought, man, how do you throw your wife under the bus? And if she has a First Amendment right, as any citizen does, to say what she wants to say and express her feelings and so on, why would she be so upset that the neighbors that she got into an argument with made anti-Trump statements on their lawn? Does the privilege of the First Amendment not apply to them? You know, the hypocrisy abounds. And I think that in this case, Judge Roberts is going to have to lay down some rules. Okay, enough is enough. There's the Supreme Court does not have a very good popularity rating right now. And is it any wonder why? Okay, so I thought that I would take a look and see what the energy is around Judge Alito now, having again thrown Mrs. Alito under the bus. So I am using the Rider-Waite Tarot, which, believe it or not, in the 73, 74 decks that I have, Rider-Waite has just been added to my collection. So let's see what they have to say. How is Alito's energy right now? Well, he thinks this is a great idea. He's coming. What Yeah, it had nothing to do with me. Nothing. It was, you know, Mrs. Alito's bright idea. I'm just the hubby in this situation, and I have no idea what the flag meant. None. I'm the innocent here. And that's crossed with the Knight of Pentacles. This is about pandering to the people who kind of look after him financially. Oh, entertainment purposes only. You know what? I forgot to put that banner up. So let me just put that up just in case. Hey, YouTube, entertainment purposes only. What do I know? I'm just a tarot reader. So he's paying attention to those people that are supporting him, the ones who are of like mind, who do believe that Donald Trump is the second coming and that he should be absolutely excused. Not because he has any great love for Trump, not because he has any great respect for Trump. It's because Trump is a useful idiot in terms of what it is that the um, that the far that the people who are on with Alito, that they espouse. Going back to women having no rights, certain people not having the ability to vote, um, taking away women's bodily autonomy. That's the group that he's pandering to. That's the group that he is trying to signal, and very clearly, that you got me. I'm one of you. Send it up to the Supreme Court. I got you. Okay, justice. This does not reflect very well on the Supreme Court. It really doesn't. And I think in this case, justice will come down against Alito. Whether that comes in the form of Judge Roberts stepping in and saying, no, this is too far, or whether karma catches up with Judge Alito. He will absolutely get his just desserts, and this is not going to be favorable to him or the Supreme Court. And the Five of Swords. This is kind of taking a stand, even when you know you're wrong. You dig your heels in and you say, my way or the highway. I didn't get to this position by kowtowing to what people wanted and whatnot. No, this is not good for him. The Eight of Cups. He is very, very delusional at this point in thinking that all he has to do is say, no, I'm not going to recuse himself. The whole country is watching. The whole country is making judgments about the Supreme Court based not only on Judge Alito, but Clarence Thomas as well. In this case, Alito has taken the spotlight off of Clarence Thomas. So he is very, very much delusional in thinking that, well, all he has to do is say, well, it was my wife. I had no idea what happened. I had no idea that she put that flag up there. I have no idea how long it was up there. I can maybe be a little blind to the things that go on outside my house, and I may not notice everything, but something that is unusual or a change in what I anticipate on the outside, I notice. So don't tell me that the flag flew up there for a couple months and oh, I didn't see it. Oh my. I wish I had some pearls I could clutch. Um, so yeah, he's very, very delusional. Funny. Here comes the Hierophant. Here comes the government. Here comes the the legacy of all the things that democracy brings, and it is going to be casting um, judgment on Alito because people recognize the truth. They're not being. He's not fooling anyone by saying, "Oh no, no, no! This I can sit on those cases and I can be impartial, and it doesn't matter what my wife does." And dude, like you tell yourself whatever you need to tell yourself. Everyone else can see what you're doing, and this is not a good look, especially for a Supreme Court judge. And considering where the Supreme Court is sitting right now, you're not doing anybody any favors. So overall, what I'm getting is that the government is going to step in, whether it's the Justice Department, whether it's Biden, whether it's Justice Roberts, but someone is going to step forward and say, no, Justice Alito, I think maybe you need to kind of sit this one out. He's not going to like it, not one bit, because he feels that he has a right to express his opinion, and his wife has a right to express her opinion. No one else does. And the only opinion that he's willing to hear is one that is totally aligned with him. And that's not going to happen. So that's where we are right now with Justice Alito. Now, I did also want to take a look at Mrs. Alito and her thinking in all this. And did she really put up the flag? Or is she just willing to take the blame for it? Because there was another article that I read yesterday, and I'm going to try to find it and see if I can't put it in here. But it was an interview with the neighbors that she's having this dispute with, and apparently their words were said. She, as they were leaving their house at one point, she was screaming and yelling, running up to their car, and apparently, entertainment purposes only, spat on the car. Ooh. Oh, temper tantrum. Okay, so Martha Ann Alito, what's your energy like? What kind of a bee got into your bonnet? Okay. The Eight of Swords. Well, maybe she did. Maybe she was the one that put the flag up and now has to kind of live with the consequences and has to live with, the eyes of the nation, the eyes of the world on her husband for something that she did because she threw a temper tantrum. Interesting. This is a situation of her own making. Oh, this does not bode well. This is not going to end well. I think that she has damaged whatever he might have had left of his reputation. And yes, in a lot of ways, she wishes new lips, she wishes that she could take it back. But there's also part of her that is kind of proud of herself, like I showed them. Okay. The Page of Wands. She's she's thinking that this may not have been well, I'm going to learn how to speak English soon. I'm signing up for classes. She she realizes that it was not the greatest of ideas, but just like Judge Alito, she's digging her heels in. She will not say, I shouldn't have done that. And it's funny, we haven't heard from her. I mean, she's the one who apparently did all these things. Does no one want to hear from her? Okay, the Knight of Cups. This is something, this is like an offer coming into her where someone is going to say, look, you're going to need to make a statement and you're going to need to address some of these things in the statement. And I wonder if this is part of Robert's thinking, that if Mrs. Alito apologizes, then he might have an out by leaving Alito on the cases. That's interesting. Okay. Ends with the 9 of Cups. This is kind of wish fulfillment, things that the happy merchant, things progressing the way that you want them to, kind of success and so on. I think that, yes, someone is going to be having a chat with Martha Ann and is going to suggest that maybe she might want to come out with a statement of apology and take on the whole burden. Okay, and what do we have? Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, and she knows what she did. This was not accidental. And even if she did put up both flags, she knew exactly what she was doing. And don't kid yourself, so did Alito, Judge Alito. And I don't know that I could have a whole lot of respect for a man that is willing to throw his wife under the bus in furtherance of his wants and needs. Makes you wonder, like who, for a guy who, wants to turn the clock back 300 years, aren't you supposed to have control of your wife? Just saying. Not that I believe that, but just, if you go back 300 years, wasn't that the prevailing thought? That the man is the master of his home and he controls what happens in his home. And if he controls what happens in his home, he is therefore responsible for the things that his wife and children do. Just saying. Okay. Boy, Judge Roberts, Justice Roberts, what are you thinking about this situation? What is your response going to be to this situation? And what is your energy like right now? King of Swords. He knows the court is being watched. He knows that everything that they are doing is being scrutinized, is being reviewed. He realizes the kind of reputation that SCOTUS has right now. And he realizes that he's going to have to make some difficult decisions. And I think he's a little angry that Alito put him in this situation. Yeah, he's 7 of Pentacles. He's reviewing the damage that has been done by this. He can see it, and he's feeling pressured to do something, which is kind of odd because you would think that his concern would be for the reputation of SCOTUS, for democracy, for the Constitution, for the law, but not in this case. And he feels very much same thing, hemmed in, the Eight of Swords. This is, um, he's feeling like he should have done something earlier. And he's feeling like this is, um, that his hands are tied in a lot of ways. And I guess to some extent they are, because he's sort of beholden to the same people that Justice Alito is beholden to. So, how do you get your backers to agree that something should be done? It's not a good situation for him to be in, but there's not much that he can do about it. He did this to himself. Oi, oi, the tower. Um, yeah, this isn't going to work out very well. If um, if Justice Roberts does not make a decision to disallow Alito to sit in on the cases, this is going to further erode the reputation, what little they have left. I mean, at this point, I think, when it comes to SCOTUS, they have to reach up to touch the bottom. So, yeah, this is not good. There is a tower moment coming, and it's coming in fast. So things are going to be very, very challenging for Justice Roberts. And it's a situation of his own making, because he has allowed the judges, the little cabal of judges that are Trump appointees and that have drank the Kool-Aid, of basically controlling how things go. So, he may be the quote unquote leader or whatever of the Supreme Court, but he's not. He's not. He's just the figurehead. Okay. While I'm talking about the Supreme Court, let's take a look at the energy with the other justices that are sort of on the Alito train. Kavanaugh, Gorsuch, Barrett. Let's see. Oh, let's see what they're feeling right now. As I'm shuffling, I have the Queen of Wands pop out. Well, okay. The Queen of Wands knows how to get what she wants. She's got all the tools that she needs. And this is in a way almost like Lady Justice, except in this case, she's not blind. She can see. And I don't think she's very happy about what's going on with the other justices. And they're feeling very scrutinized, as they should. They know that their positions were stolen. That this was something that, they didn't really get the position through merit. They got the position based on favoritism and so on. Again, entertainment purposes only. Disregard cards. And this is making them very uncomfortable. They know that they're on shaky ground. They're in the process of deciding what it is that they're going to do next, both individually and collectively. What are they going to sacrifice the one for the whole? Maybe. Got the Knight of Cups again. Here's that offer coming in. Take one for the team. We can't have this happen. We can't have the appearance of, us doing what we all know we're going to be doing. Okay. Well, they want to move away to calmer waters. They definitely don't like the attention that's being drawn on them, and they're looking for ways to kind of extricate themselves from this situation. How to still be part of the team, but to give the impression that no, um, we're a little bothered by what Justice Alito did, and even if it was his wife. Um, I don't think that this is going to work out well for them. What do we have? The hermit down at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is, I think, each one of them taking a step back and doing the OMG, I can't believe he did that. OMG. Um, the people are going to start to question me and how did I get here, and who paid my debts, and we can't appoint a justice to the Supreme Court, a couple of weeks before there's an election. The people should decide that. Until we decide that the people don't know what they're doing. This is not a good thing for them. It really isn't. And I think, Justice Alito has not done them any favors. And the more that he digs his heels in and says, no, I won't, you can't make me, the more attention that is brought to the cases that are coming up. And oh my goodness, when Trump is convicted, this is just going to magnify everything that much more, because now they're going to have to deal with a convicted former president who is saying that he has immunity. He has presidential immunity for everything. You can't charge him with anything. Well, so what do? Do you say, yeah, we agree, presidents have immunity, and they can't be held accountable for what they do? And Biden says, oh, great, okay, that election we were going to have in November, I think I won. Yeah, a lot of people have said I probably won that. So yeah, we're not going to have an election. And yeah, those folks that are on the Supreme Court right now, job review coming up, you've all failed. So yeah, some of you are going to be getting notices. Yeah, this is not good. Alrighty. I didn't want to have this be a long video, so I'm going to shut this down. Don't forget, you can catch me with Sisters of the Mystical Tarot later on today. Messages for Lightworkers with Val tomorrow and Thursday. The Achieving Union course starts back up. It's a third edition, starts back up on June 1st. So make sure that you sign up for that. And you can sign up for that here at, let me see, can I do that? There we go. At Marina's Heart Centered Tarot.com. Alrighty, okay. That does it for me. I'll catch you guys later. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you found this reading somewhat beneficial. Okay, take care.